Brother, welcome back to the channel. Stephen Howson. 5 things that we learned looking at the United Brentford fiasco yesterday. And there's some stuff here that we didn't learn, but there's a lot of stuff in here that definitely needs talking about. Right, first up, we played right into Brentford's hands. We knew how they would play. They telegraphed how they would play. And what was quite interesting, actually, is how Keith Andrews kind of ditched their back 5 for a back 4, and they kept a midfield 3, and that gave Brentford a 3v2 in midfield, which completely overloaded Fernandes and Ugarte as a pivot. And it was obvious that that's how they was going to do that. Andrews, in his post-match press conference, basically said we were going to entice them in and we was going to play around and through them. The opener was the blueprint for the other way of how they was going to play, that they were going to be direct. They were going to overload and swarm, and they were going to be direct. And that's the problem with United's pivot. I think we spoke about it in the preview about, can we be a little bit more pragmatic? And if it wasn't a preview, it's been one of the many videos that we've had over the last few weeks where you're talking about, if we're going to attack down the right, can we have one of those wing backs tuck in and sort of semi-overload, or at least bolster midfield a little bit? Henderson clips the ball early and goes direct. Maguire's line is absolutely broken. Thiago gets in behind and he finishes. Seconds later, Bayern spills the shard across and Thiago taps it in for a 2-0. It's an absolute classic first ball, second ball Brentford. That was exactly what they were going to be about. United are 2-0 down in 20 minutes before we even know what's going on. Then we feed into Brentford's strength. Cheap restarts. Even though we had more of the ball, we conceded more on corners. We got nudged into a start-stop game. There was 24 fouls in total. Brentford are totally comfortable here. They don't need 60% possession to hurt you. They don't need territorial control to hurt you. We conceded 7 chances. 7 chances. They had 8 shots on target. 6 deep completions, which is final third passes completed within 20 metres of goal, i.e. repeated entries into the danger zones. Even though they haven't got Mbuemo, because guess what? Plays for Manchester United now, or Wissa, they're still really deadly in and around the box. The worst part is it was comfortable for them. After Thiago's second, Brentford didn't even need another shot until after the hour mark, and they still rode the game out. United's equaliser never arrived, despite having a penalty and the opportunity to do that. And then the late Jensen strike in injury time completely killed the game. It was a comfortable game state. This is the madness, is that the storm never even came. It wasn't like they went 2 goals up and then United went, right, let's get into him. It never came. I've been thinking a lot lately about how much of our personal lives are online. And I'll be honest with you, it absolutely terrifies me. We are constantly inputting data, from buying a takeaway to checking our bank account and even watching a live stream. But with the constant stream of news about phishing scams, about data leaks in the UK, honestly, it's a genuine concern. Careless clicking could leave you exposed to anything. And that's where Surfshark VPN comes in. They have been a trusted partner of mine for a long time, and they are also the sponsor of today's video. And it's more than just a VPN. It's a comprehensive security tool that gives me peace of mind. It protects all my data and my location, even has a feature that alerts me if my personal details show up in a data breach. That is massive. For a limited time, users can get 4 extra months for free by heading to surfshark.com/Howson or by using my code Howson, that's HOWSON. With Surfshark, you get a suite of tools for your total protection. They've got an antivirus and alert feature that monitors your devices and notifies you if your personal info has been compromised. They have a bypasser and split tunneling features, which lets you choose which apps the VPN uses for maximum flexibility and control. And one account can protect an unlimited number of devices, meaning that you don't have to choose between your phone, your laptop. All of them are covered. Don't wait for a data leak to happen. Stay proactive with your online security. Get 4 months extra free at surfshark.com/Howson or with the code HOWSON. That is Howson, HOWSON at the checkout. Stay private, stay secure, and take control of your data. Number 2, Still no back-to-back wins for Amorim. The record in the league is abysmal. Won 9, drawn 7, lost 17. 17 losses in 33. Still no consecutive league wins 10 months into the job. The away form actually compounds it because it's 8 away league matches without a win. It's not even a false dawn. It's just dark. Sky's analysis looked at the structural issue. It's not necessarily about a back three. It's a two-man pivot being exposed versus teams that either keep a midfield free or completely bypass it. United's rest defence is non-existent. Until United start to protect that area, there will be no momentum. Number 3, Sesko scores, but the attack was poor. His goal was a bright spark, and I actually thought up until Brentford got their second, he looked quite bright. You know, I like the fact that he forced the issue. He gets 3 shots in 3 seconds with Keller making 2 saves before he slams it home. It's his first United goal. It's shown the penalty box traits that we're looking for when we can get the box occupied. But he was isolated. The second half invention from United was absolutely minimal. Our XG was poor. You know, the penalty did a hell of a lot of heavy lifting, as did Sesko's goal. It was nowhere near good enough. Just absolutely nowhere near good enough. We're not creating anything of substance from open play. We didn't create anything of substance from open play in the second half. Cunha seemed like he was forcing it a little bit. He had 1 decent 20-yarder, but he took 4 shots. Can you even remember the rest of them? He had tidy link play, but his finishing was, he was forcing it. Mbuemo was below par. Yes, he won the penalty. He did seem like he was creating United's major moments, but he didn't really do anything apart from that. There was no rhythm. I know it's the first start for that forward 3, and maybe you can forgive a lot of the issues because it is the first start together for that forward 3, but it was clunky. We didn't really connect the third man runs. We didn't really occupy half space and drag Brentford into areas that they didn't want to be. It was kind of comfortable for them. Genuinely, it was kind of comfortable for them. They didn't really have to do much last-ditch defending except the time that they did, and they gave away a penalty. And yes, you can talk about denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. It probably was a red card. It wasn't given. You shouldn't need a red card to level up and go on and win a game. It was frankly shite from United throughout the entire game. Number 4, Bruno Fernandes. On his form and his fit, he probably needs dropping. He got a low rating from the match, but the eye test tells you that he is not capable of doing the role he's being asked to do. The sit and the screen work in large spaces doesn't suit him. Like I said, Sky hammered the structural issue. United's two-man pivot was completely overrun by Brentford's 3. It isn't providing any sort of support when we lose the ball. It just seems, schoolboy. It's like press at all costs. Where's the intelligence? Literally, you see Crystal Palace not getting overrun in the same shape by Liverpool of all teams. Being comfortable, letting Liverpool have the ball but not looking exposed. United didn't progress the ball through midfield. We kind of went via the fullbacks at all times. We didn't have any authority in the centre of the park. We struggled to progress from the central areas, and we struggle to protect from the central areas. It's the most important part of the pitch, but it's a lose-lose for United at the moment because it's accentuating all of the issues in the team. We don't dominate that area either with or without the ball. And Bruno in particular is having his strengths clipped, which are late entries, final third combinations, switches, chance creation and goals. You're not getting that out of him in that area. And it's exacerbating his weaknesses, which is positional play, which is physicality, which is controlling the tempo of a game. You're asking him to do the things that he's not good at, and you're preventing him from doing the things that he's good at. You cannot persist with him in this position. You can't. Should we have taken the money? Jesus Christ, yes. Right now, that is the only thing that we could have said. Because there's clearly some political reasons why he has to play. He cannot be the 6. He is an 8, or is he a push, or is he a 10? And that is it. This team needs a third midfielder. Now, the third midfielder could be Bruno, But you need 2 others to do the other 2 jobs, a 6, 8 and a 10. Or a pair of 6s if you want. Bruno cannot do the 6 or the 8 in this midfield. He just can't. I don't know how much more evidence of this that we need. Either drop him, which I do not think is going to happen, or move him into one of the advanced roles where the actual abilities that he has can be utilised. Because he does have good abilities, but they are not being used in this system, and Manchester United are worse for it. Number 5, the job security. I did a video this morning saying Amorim will get sacked. Why? Because I think he's going to get sacked. That's why. We are winless in 8 away. We are without back-to-back wins in the Premier League under him. He has won 9 of 33 in the Premier League. The overall, including all the cups, was not good enough anyway. Liverpool has seemed like a watershed moment and match for many a manager that have lost their jobs at United. It seems to be our nearest rival in terms of it's the fiercest game in the Premier League, but it's also our nearest rival in terms of trophies. If we are not at it, they are the team that we are trying to beat. And if they smash us, which has happened far too often recently, then that will be the death knell for this manager. That game looms large on the horizon, and it's the game where you go, I don't know if he survives that. Why? Because I don't know if he survives it. Because I don't think we're going to win. He won't change. So why the fuck do you think you would win? Player ratings will be out in a bit, where we'll go through every single player and where they fucked up. If you're interested in that, it'll be a bit more data heavy than this. Come and join us in that one. Otherwise, take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.